Alright. Huh. You know what? I just realized I didn't change the Twitch shit, so it probably still says Paper Mario.
It
Unfortunate.
absolutely does.
I guess we're playing Paper Mario now. Are you ready, Josh?
Let me get my papers.
Well, we were playing on paper, and we have somebody who's Italian, so it's basically Paper Mario.
I mean, apparently Carlo looks like Waluigi anyway, so nobody will notice.
Wow.
So you guys want to hear a funny story? Carlo looks like Waluigi
Sure.
anyway,
No.
so nobody will notice.
Wow.
So you guys want to hear a funny...
Yes.
About a week or two ago, I got, like, just Destroyer of Worlds sick. Wasn't Corona, but it was pretty bad. And it just completely fucked up my sleeping schedule above and beyond what I normally deal with. And apparently it decided to culminate today in the world's worst bout of insomnia, in which I went to bed at 2 p.m. today and stared at the back of my eyelids for 7 hours. So because my life is somehow one long, prolonged series of ludicrous GMing challenges, I'm on currently about 25 hours of no sleep. But we're going to make this happen because we have the best community ever, and I am not going to cancel 2 vampire sessions in a row for these fine, beautiful people. That being said, somebody recap this bitch because I cannot be fucked to remember.
Oh man, I found that chart of all the OK Boomer synonyms.
No.
The coterie last time was grouping up to go and help Carlo with his grand endeavor, potential takeover of the G.
Adam, did you try to jump from 0 to 100? This was supposed to be like a 50-year plan to get you to head of the Giovanni household.
No, we do it in one night.
I mean, he killed his cousin or whatever the fuck.
Forced me to kill him.
Oh, by the way, important
Yeah.
update. So if you are seeing in the chat right now, we do have new subscriber emotes. So if that's something you're interested in, Tier 1 subscribers, I think, can get Sleeping Beauty Adam and Sad Bewildered X. So if you like to put our faces on things and you are not as cool as Daestra is, you can do that. But be sure to thank Daestra for it, because this was his hard work and he is indeed a bro. By the way, guys, if we're a little bit low tonight, let me know. Something happened with the settings, as usual. So if I need to boost anybody, tell me so.
You boost the XP though, she's saying that.
Okay. Previously on Rise of the Free States. Byrick Ash, you managed to track down a La Sombra who was finally able to teach you the rudiments of Abyss mysticism. You were taught a basic ritual and taught to return when you had achieved mastery of this. Klaus, Carlo, and I believe, was it Jabril previously?
Sure, yeah.
There.
Okay, the three of you had gathered at Mark Zance's palatial estate,
Goodbye.
awaiting the arrival of... I'm sorry, what's up?
Cool. I'm just saying goodbye to Cool Doom.
Oh, you're out,
Hello and
Imp?
goodbye.
Guys, Cool Imp, if you're still here, hang on for a second, because Cool Imp just published his first novel on Amazon Kindle today. So, Imp, if you are still there, buddy, go ahead and drop a link. If not, we'll have to have you do that next time. I'm going to boost everybody's audio just to make me feel better. There it is. Congratulations, Imp. You wanna drop a sales pitch real fast? Anyway, so the three of you are awaiting the arrival of Mark Zantz, the man himself, to plot what is essentially a heist of La Familia Giovanni to go after, I believe it was, your financial records? Mark Zantz, who was unfortunately called away to business midway through a car ride with Klaus von Blittersdorf.
Which I assume I just had my butler open the Phantom and pull him out.
Oh, you 100%
Crazy when
need
you
to be
just touch
boosted.
and roll.
Say something real fast, Josh.
Speaking.
Fantastic. Gonna give Kyle a boost. Gonna give Tom a boost. Yeah, that's why everybody's quiet. Discord reset all my shit for some reason, and all my volume changes are gone. So hopefully I'm not blowing out anybody's ears right now. All right. We return to Mark Zance's sitting room. As the three of you gentlemen are discussing, there comes a knock at the door. And as the wide, expertly carved oaken doors swing open, you see Virginia as she walks in. Hot Trash Gaming, thanks, buddy. Fear not, for you are here, and we are all blessed by your presence. Behind Virginia, a woman enters the room, looking slightly flushed, but grinning ear to ear. Gentlemen, let me introduce you to my friend Andrea, as she wields in a cart with 3 long-necked wine glasses and some ice. The refreshments for the evening are served. She will turn and close the doors behind you, leaving the 4 of you to your own devices.
Scene?
What's up?
Who's currently in the scene?
Currently in the scene is Klaus, Jabril, and Carlo.
Okay.
Well then. This is... So, Carlo. How
Yes,
much...
Jabril.
What exactly are the family's financial standings?
I should have done that. I should not have done that.
Oh,
We're good. We're good. I was gonna mess with some of the settings real fast, and fucking Discord. We might be after. Okay. Josh is fine. X needs a boost. X, say something.
hello.
For some reason, Discord will just not raise your volume.
Ah.
May need to change it on its end.
What's up?
You have to yell.
Nah. Ah!
Adam 100% needs a boost. Adam, say something.
Saying something.
I think you're alright. Alright, let's see how we do.
What is it? All right. Carlo, what are
What
the
families?
family's financial
What's up?
standings?
We are. I don't know. I have failed the finances of
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. They just give me numbers and I addition them
You addition
the way
them.
Mark told me.
You.
Yes.
You addition them the way Mark taught you. As his teacher, Mark, how does that make you feel?
Just somewhere there's like an itch at the back of my neck.
You forgot what
Steve
it
is-
felt like until right now.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this?
As your car pulls up in the circular roundabout before your estate. You see Virginia dutifully waiting for you at the door.
I will allow my chauffeur to open the car door for me and I will step out.
Master, how is business this evening?
Riveting, but back to the matter at hand.
Yes, your compatriots are currently waiting you in the drawing room. I have provided them with refreshments. I do believe they should suit your palate as well.
Excellent.
Is there anything else you require of me?
Not at the moment, but please be on standby just in case.
As always.
And I will dutifully step forward into my drawing room.
The doors open once more. Mark Zantz himself steps into the room. From the sofa, currently sitting betwixt Carlo and Klaus, you see a young, perhaps early 20s blonde woman, dressed fairly provocatively for the time, grinning very absently, flushed. Clearly there's something in her system as she just sort of smiles wanly in your direction without saying much of a word.
Madam, your shoulders are exposed in case you didn't know, and I will turn to the rest of my compatriots and be like, and who is this?
This is Klaus.
I mean,
We met.
I've met the
He-
Malkavian
But I-
lieutenant. I gestured to the woman. I'd prefer you not make a hassle inside of my abode. It's already been firebombed once.
It means you can survive again.
Suddenly feel like I'm in a lot of danger.
I was under the implication that she was part of your entertainment for the evening.
Ah, I understand. So, what glorious plan have you all managed to assemble in my absence?
Absolutely nothing. As
I think
Carlo,
we were waiting for you.
Carlo has
Noted.
limited information.
Just 1 second. Before we continue, Tom, do you feel as though Byrick Ash would have any interest in this whatsoever?
No.
Okay. Well, that was a fucking hard no. Please continue.
Yeah, he's supposed to finish her into the abyss.
I'm too
That's the
busy
number?
playing with demons, yo.
He's
No,
too
Tom.
busy living out an episode of Helsing or something.
You're at Oblivion, which is like not as close to the abyss.
Still better than Skyrim.
Still better than Skyrim.
I'm like, Carlo, exactly what will we be procuring from your residence?
Well, maybe
My
it's
residence or the... My new residence or my old residence?
your new resident.
The mansion, Carlo.
Just... I'm assuming, yeah. Things that we could use to get my favor with Giovanni. To have me take control.
Okay. Well, how about this?
So there's not just a big old bloodbath.
Yusuf,
No,
being
no,
a
no.
patrician. Oh yeah, Astro Boy is out right about now. I don't think it's in English, but
In
timely
Japanese, but
fucking reference.
So you're wanting to earn favor with them, but you're also wanting to massacre.
No,
No,
You
not
just
massacre.
massacred the one.
I'm just trying to seize control of the opportunity the best I can.
Control the opportunity.
Yeah.
Production.
I mean, was your cousin a giant asshole? Because maybe they're glad you got him out of the way.
I don't know if he was to them, but he's a manipulative asshole.
I'll say,
Okay.
Carlo, I could, if Mr. Jabril here could perhaps break into the mansion, and you could get me more than just financial documents pertaining to yourself, I could perhaps repeat of a bit of an old trick of mine that I pulled off in the 20s. If you want to gain favor,
I could start a Great Depression again.
oh, I'm not going to redo the Great Depression, but if you want, we could manipulate stock markets around finances connected to the Giovanni, crash them, and then I will feed you advice on how to recover them and make you look like the hero. It might not be quite as great as uncovering great necromantic secrets as I'm sure is what your clan tends to favor when it comes to great accomplishments, but it will perhaps at least allow you to start becoming your cousin's replacement. And to start
What
moving
happened
up
to all
further.
my stocks in Chef Boyardee?
Why aren't people buying malted milk anymore?
Where'd the milkman go?
I like to imagine I'm about to be responsible for things that died in the 50s, like egg cream milkshakes and stuff like that somehow. due to stock manipulations.
Is this also going to be why everyone starts gelatinizing everything in this decade?
Put all your stocks into Jello and gelatin.
It's like an olive loaf in some kind of gelatin mold.
When was sliced bread made? Was it?
When
Sliced
was Betty
bread?
White born?
A little bit after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 28, yeah, 1928. So we're a little bit off.
You can
Just
blame
any
everything
sort
on
of
the
things
condom.
related to businesses, criminal activities, or any sort of investments. I could make great use of that to your benefit. In exchange,
Hello?
all I ask for are access to any necromantic rituals you may find along the way.
As long as I get to read them too.
No. No deal.
Deals off now.
I'm not sure it's the best. Maybe we should have Mark here read through them first and then see which ones we can give to you.
Besides, don't you have some really good necromancy anyways?
Yeah, just ask one of your ghost friends to learn some cool ghost shit. Right? That's how necromancy works.
Could a ghost,
I think.
or could a
That's what my
wraith teach
toaster
a
told me.
vampire any of the Arcanoi?
I don't think vampires can learn Arcanoi because it's powered by Pathos, which vampires don't have. Now, however, a
demon.
risen could learn celerity, fortitude, and potence, if memory serves.
But if I ate a ghost, could I burn his pathos?
Can you diabolize a demon?
Can I eat ghosts or diabolize demons? Important questions. But if somebody were to break into the mansion, I do believe Mr. Jabril over here would be the best candidate. However, he may need some kind of warding against detection from the dead.
Yes. Which I don't know if I have. But...
I do believe ward versus spirits is a thaumaturgy thing. Not that would necessarily help because that's for locking down a location, but I fully believe you guys would come up with some bullshit to like strap it to Xavier somehow. So I don't even bother with petty things like rules as written anymore.
It's tied to this door. As long as you have this door on your back.
The only raw egg. Raw.
Well, hang on now, Xavier. You got to be careful. Is that door locked?
Oh no.
He's running from the car the whole session.
I know there's other ways to deal with spirits.
What if we could cause some kind of revolt?
I mean, yeah, you could just go walk in there, tell them, hey, Carlo's the boss now. If you got a problem with that, come forward, and then just blast them.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah. You want to
And some people will be like, yeah, sure. I guess I don't care about Carlo being involved at the top. And then the other people are like, well, hold on now. And then while their ghosts are fighting each other, like a stand battle, I sneak in.
As Stardust Crusader starts playing.
To be continued.
Oh, man. Jotaro has her Astro Boy.
Now, Mark, I'm going to give you something for free just because you're such a crafty bastard. One thing you guys are not necessarily considering is that you suddenly need an alibi for what the fuck happened to Mauricio.
Now we don't. Carlo does.
No. Carlo just diablerized him. He was weak. He got eaten. That's what happened.
He got eaten by Carlo.
Yeah, he got eaten by
That's the
Carlo.
ultimate excuse. If he got eaten by Carlo, clearly he didn't deserve to run.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that being pitched to like the
I think that
fucking
might be valid.
the committee there, and they just like about to say something, and they just like cross their fingers and just sit there and think.
You shouldn't punish me for me eating him. And they're like, why, Carlo? Because he let me eat him.
Because I could.
It's like that whole
Slurp.
joke. It's like, I wouldn't date anybody who would stoop so low as to date me.
Unfortunately, I cannot learn necromancy. Okay, I can learn it, I just can't use it. So there'd be no point for me learning it.
I mean, I'm not sure why you want to. Isn't there like strictures against dealing with the dead in Zoroastrianism?
Yeah, that too. But like magic resistance forbids me from utilizing blood magic.
I like the wording there. It made it sound like it forbids me from doing it, rather than like it doesn't let me. It forbids me. It's like it tells you to go to your room. Sorry, necromancy. My anti-magic says I can't come out and play.
You took magic resist on a Assamite? That seems like a wasted opportunity. Because I totally would have given you access to Assamite sorcery.
I mean, yeah, but they're really the only thing I want is Duranki, and I don't know.
Well, Duranki is still a branch of thaumaturgy, so you still boned yourself on that one.
Yeah, but that's like all I would want. It's fine. It's also because I don't want magic working on me, so I'll bite that bullet. Because there's a lot more magic that can hurt me than can help me.
Mark will say, Carlo, did your cousin have any fetters on him upon his moment of bereavement?
Show him your Mandarin rings.
Or do you just like suddenly slide your hands in your pocket like, no?
Like, well,
I got these at the pawn shop by cashing in my war bonds.
Only the 9 rings of power crafted by Saruman.
You know what, Adam? I love you for that.
Yeah.
I think you mean Sauron, Adam.
Oh, good point. Never mind. I withdraw my love from you, Adam. You've disappointed me yet again.
Well, I mean, the most badass actor there was Saruman, yeah.
Christopher Lee, fuck yeah.
He has a heavy metal album.
He has 2. Can Orlando Bloom say the same thing? Xavier.
Speaking of Christopher Lee, I will let you guys know for the benefit of our good friends at Onyx Path. They Came From Beyond the Grave is currently on Kickstarter. We have backed it, so expect to see that soon. It should be fun.
Yay. We're going to have more adventures.
One of the few niches we have yet to conquer.
Of what?
One of the few niches we've yet to play in is zombie tabletop RPGs.
Well, it's not strictly zombie, it's hammer horror. And things of that nature.
I know, Yusuf. All right.
Oh, how do you react to what Mark asks, Adam? Do you show him the rings of power, your planeteer rings?
I have one hand in my pocket. I have one hand in my pocket and pull out one hand. Like just these. And I show them all, but show some.
Is there any way we could make it look like one of his fetters turned on him? As a cover for why your cousin disappeared. Perhaps there was a mistake in a control. Perhaps if you were willing to let one of them go, they'd be willing to take the fall themselves and with the possibility of escape. Or you could command them to.
Does it work like that?
You
though,
can
or
also
they-
be a conniving bastard and blame me.
I feel like when Byrick Ash kills somebody, the whole city knows.
They hear the gunshots.
Oh, man.
They hear big boom. What was that? Oh.
That'd be a good way to get rid of some of your Giovanni buddies at him, is blame Byrick Ash. They'll be like, this
Yeah,
Byrick
but-
Ash needs to come down. Why do we keep losing people?
This goddamn Canadian.
A Canadian with 2 World War II revolvers just keeps taking them out.
They're
Also
Mausers.
an anti-tank rifle.
Mauser.
Yeah.
Are you gonna upgrade when we get to modern day?
Maybe.
I mean, does we fucking show people by the time modern day rolls?
He's gonna put a bayonet on the end of him. So when he runs out of bullet, he can
bayonet
stab
on a Mauser.
The
Oh,
knife
God.
is gonna be bigger than the gun.
No, he was talking about
sure-
the Lottie.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about with the 2 pistols.
I know you
didn't-
were, Adam. I was joking.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was Jacob's.
Okay, so while the main part of the coterie is deliberating in the drawing room, Byrick, what are you doing with the rest of your night? Are you going to stay at the mission with Sir de Santiago, or are you kind of going off on your own?
No, he's made it abundantly clear that I had something I need to do. Also, the idiots and Mark are. Well, actually, I should say that Carlo is not. I haven't heard from him and the rest of the group. I'm wondering if they have been killed by him, or not so much killed, but got killed.
Adam, did you make any effort to reach out to Byrick? Did anybody?
The only thing I had is like he wouldn't give me his number. Remember we had that discussion? Like he wouldn't
Yeah, but I don't
trust
know.
me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think the only one that would be able to get in contact would be Jabril.
But you have the messenger pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You always forget about the messenger pigeon.
That's what I'm counting on.
Why am I looking up fucking Abyss Mysticism in the core book? I know goddamn well it's not in the core book.
I know, right?
As you were, Byrick Ash. What does tonight hold for you?
Well,
You can always stop by my house and either assume that I'm there or one of my servants can tell you where I'm at.
that is true.
I mean, if he just wants to go to your house, I'm fine with that. I would have... That's why I asked if he had any interest whatsoever in being a part of that, because we could have cooked up a fucking reason for him to go there.
So
That was not how that was worded.
Okay. I apologize. Well, you have the opportunity now. So, it is entirely your choice, friend.
You're like, I wish to test out my newfound strength.
Carlo.
Hey, Carl, can you go walk into this really dark room for a minute?
That's something we can totally do, though. Just turn out the lights in the area, and then just kind of like... You
Walk
not
in
just
there.
go ham on everybody. Because I doubt they have protein and can see in the dark. The ghost
that's too
probably
much
could.
experience. Yeah, they're not gonna talk. We're too busy with their own undead lives.
Yeah, okay. I'll head to Mr. Zant's abode.
Okay. In that case, I activate my ST powers of bending and folding time of space as my
No,
bitch.
No, that's
Of
Adam's
course.
power.
No,
But I don't have.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. He's not useful in a heist.
Yeah.
Byrick, after leaving the mission, you arrive however you choose to, whether you chose to walk or drive. Maybe you took the trolley. I'm pretty sure LA still had one of those.
I cannot drive. I do not know how.
You arrive at the doors of Mr. Zanne's estate.
Do you go up to modern cars and you're like, where's the hand crank?
Just at the fucking the wheel just yeah.
Where's the horse for my chariot?
How many bits do you have to donate to give Carlo Temporis?
Like 400,000.
Well, no. Because here's the thing.
I'm not
Here's
sure
the
you could
thing.
actually put a number to it, man.
I'm a GM that loves chaos too much, and I would almost be willing to metagame slightly and be willing to give Carlo access to Temporis in exchange for those bitchin' fucking emotes you made for us last week. But I don't know if that's a good idea. We'll earmark that.
If you give a Carlo Temporis, then he's gonna wanna
Suck someone off and
You know the moment he gets Temporis, he's gonna yell Zawordo.
Adam can have whatever discipline he wants, just know he's going to use it to suck penis. And it can only be used in that context.
Do anything you want, as long as there's a dick in.
Just have a Bruja eat Carlo, yeah. Just have a Bruja eat Carlo, but Carlo wins the fight.
Against
The soul
somebody
fight.
from like the fall of the Roman Empire. Somebody who studied at the actual Agoge. Personally spoke with Aristotle. Loses a battle of will against Carlo Martino because he just depresses him so much.
Like, how are you even alive? I'm not a dead man.
And then when he takes over the body, it morphs back into fucking Waluigi.
Or no, it looks like the old person, but the mustache grows in. So you need to put on a hat.
All right, Byrick. You arrive at Zance's estate. What would you like to do?
Well, I have 3 methods of knocking.
Please don't use the Lottie.
I will use the knocker. I assume that the Zan's abode would have on the door.
Oh yeah. It has like a gold filigree lion looking one.
No, it's not just someone's nuts.
That's
No,
the
not
that's
that guy.
Martino residence.
After the takeover.
The door creaks open, and Virginia will bow politely.
I
Mr.
will
Ash,
return.
I hadn't expected to see you tonight. What a pleasant surprise. I shall step out of the way for you to enter.
Well, I guess that's my invitation in then. I will walk in.
Something in particular I can do for you this evening?
I was just making sure that my compatriots have yet to expire. Again.
They were alive last I saw them, if you'd like to check for yourself. They're currently occupying the drawing room. Master Zance has been kind enough to provide refreshments for all of you. So, if you are hungry, by all means.
My appreciation, though, I'm not particularly parched.
Very well, the offer remains squarely on the table. Is there anything else I can get for you?
That'll be all, milady. And I will go towards the drawing room. Well, actually, I'll need, directions.
She'll
I think
she'll escort you.
Just
As the doors
open
open,
up all the doors.
as the doors open once more, Master Zance, Mr. Ash to see you, as the unmistakable 7-foot-tall silhouette of Byrick Ash comes into view behind her.
Just the man
Well,
we were
well-
speaking of.
The man landed joint.
I was expected then?
We were speaking of
Well,
possible means of covering up
Tips
Carlo
lie.
Martino. Chips.
It's funny.
I'll say, we are currently speaking of infiltrating the Giovanni mansion, and Carlo needs an alibi as to what happened to his cousin. And potential means of death so far that I have constructed have been a revolt by one of his undead servants, or I suppose dead servants, an act of God or nature, one of which could be you, a possible
Which
werewolf
is which?
Yeah.
perhaps a potential arrangement of a werewolf attack.
Ah, yes, just like the prince. Oh wait, wrong campaign.
Yeah.
Can we just like say every time we dispose of someone high up, it's a werewolf attack?
Would you be okay with being the act of God against the former Giovanni?
I mean, we could always set something up. We killed him because he was planning on assassinating someone higher up.
That, or you can just say, hey, he was screwing you all out of money.
Yeah.
And out of your
Gonna
sister.
turn all of this into a communist regime.
He was taking your money and giving it to poor people. They don't deserve it. They didn't work for it.
Now-
That is a good point, Klaus. I potentially could doctor the financial records to make it seem as though Carlo's cousin was the one
And
embezzling
the
funds.
current state of the country. Sure, something could happen.
Now,
Wait.
Adam, that is also an option. You do have Angelina, for better or for worse, who was the one who originally tipped you off. Whether you wish to pin things on her or use her as an asset is up to you, but another pawn is on the board.
Oh, and I'm like, that's okay, guys.
Realistically,
You know
who do
what?
we have to convince? At this?
You call her a pawn, Charlie, but Carla's playing checkers.
Well, a tool, then, rather.
No, she's still a pawn. He's just playing checkers.
She's a fucking Parcheesi token?
No, she's a pawn.
But I'm thinking how we can do this. I know. There's an optimal strat here.
Carla's playing Jenga.
Carl was just like, you know what, guys, it's okay. I'll go take care of her. I'll go diablerize her myself. And then they look up to you. Easy.
I mean, does your cousin have any other enemies? Had any other enemies?
I believe I had a deal with him.
Care to enlighten us?
But
as
he
to
never
the
paid
this deal?
Pardon? What?
He promised me knowledge, which he never delivered upon, and I promised him a...
Kill.
What is it called again? In your tongue?
A boon?
A boon.
What do they call it in Canada?
A bee? I don't.
I was expecting Italian.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
I can try to promise that if I can.
I can try to promise something.
So perhaps you wouldn't mind being the
The scapegoat.
the means of execution.
If you
For
were
your
indict
priest-
me, I will not refute it.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
If you wish to indict me on the act, I will not refute it.
Is there anything you wish in exchange?
To not be a liar.
I mean,
I'm not the one lying.
Is there any way we could make it so that it seemed as though Carlo's cousin was the instigator, and he decided to mess with the force of God. You know, what happens with that?
Mr. Ash went to go retrieve his boon, in which dear Mauricio refuted him, in which case Mr. Ash only took what was rightfully his.
Mr.
Mauricio
Ash
won.
didn't like the way Mauricio was treating Carlo.
And the whole room breaks out in laughter.
What do you think, Adam? Can you roll with this plan?
Is Barak doing it after not getting the boon? Yes.
No, we're gonna establish
We gotta
Carlo
go-
as the head tonight.
I don't think we're gonna get him to the head of the Giovanni in one night.
Or at
This
least
is
like
the-
the head of the local
This is a
area.
long-term project.
Now, Mr. Zantz, you've had dealing with lupines, right?
I do have a sort of partnership with them, yes.
Could you ask if perhaps they could do something about the spirits? I know they're more inclined to deal with such things than we are.
Do you mean the spirits within the Giovanni mansion?
Yes.
Can I roll occult to know that they typically don't deal with those kind of spirits?
How is your occult?
I have 5 dots, and I have 5 intelligence.
Okay, and one more question. Your, what is the background we have that connects you to the werewolves? Was it contact? Allies?
Yes, it was an ally.
What's the level of that?
2.
I have 4 dots in allies.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm not even gonna make you roll then. I mean, you already have intelligence occult 10, so it's a moot point. But with your knowledge in werewolves, you probably know that they're something similar. Especially since you've been talking with these guys for the better part of
Decade.
yeah. So Frederick was Frederick or Joseph? Fernando?
Joseph.
Which one?
Joseph runs with the North Star.
Okay.
A very influential Garou, as I wrote down.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like at some point we got the lines crossed with Jojo, because I'm pretty sure I named him something with an F, but his name is Joe now. It's been decided. So yeah, Joe probably let it slip that, I don't know, spirits wouldn't help him if there was a vampire in his midst during some ritual, and like, oh, I know ghost spirits don't have that problem, so this must be something different.
I will say to Jabril, while I am not fully privy to the secrets of the Lupines, I do know enough to know that while they deal with spirits, they don't deal with those kind of spirits.
Nature spirits, not dead people.
Yeah, it would seem as though they make some sort of distinction between the souls of the dead and the geniuses of the earth, as perhaps Milton would put it.
And mages aren't terribly easy to find. And if we do find one, we have no way of knowing if they even work with spirits or if they'll be willing to help us.
Hence why I would say we need some kind of revolt amongst the dead. And why I would still turn to Carlo's recently acquired fetters. Perhaps they could help not lead a full-on rebellion, but perhaps inspire a bit of looking the other way in exchange for perhaps some promised future leniency or freedom in the future.
I mean, if it goes well enough, you won't need me at all. You could just walk down in there and take it because you own the place.
Do we ever come with names for the spirits
true.
or the
We've got
characters?
we have Mr. Kellogg of anti-masturbation fame, and James T. Ellison is what I have written down. I think I think we gave it to the Discord to figure out who the other ghosts were. You guys are more active than I was. I don't know if they ever did that.
I don't recall any suggestions.
Okay.
Well, I remember seeing like a list with.
Who picked John Kellogg? That's a pretty good one.
I think you did, or one of us did.
Yeah.
I don't think Josh was here that night.
Okay, maybe not then.
I was here the night he killed his cousin, but I wasn't here for the last session.
Did you put it up for anyone on?
No, it should be up already. I'll have to make time to watch it at some point.
Well, I mean, for anyone to.
Everyone can pick.
I don't remember.
Just because this is LA, I would throw in the actual the Black Dahlia of the Black Dahlia murder fame.
Oh yeah.
That was a thing.
I can add it to the list. I'll have to do a little bit of research before I can accurately portray that, but sure, why not?
Because that would tie back to our original period most of us stem from, which would be the 1920s. Victor Emmanuel II, the first king of Italy.
I can just learn I can just learn Italian.
To have the ghost
You are
of it.
Italian!
But do I know Italian?
Do
I'm
you
a
have-
first generation.
I was gonna say, do you have at least 2 dots in intelligence?
Let's see.
Actually, I think in V20 it's a merit.
No, it's a merit? Okay.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
one
2
thing.
dots.
That's one thing Revised was pretty good about. They made it super fucking easy. Just take a fucking dot.
Which is weird because, like, a lot of quote unquote migrant families know 2 languages. Like, by default.
You don't
have
have to, you don't have to be an academic to know languages. There's a pretty natural language acquisition that happens amongst people, especially if you're of like a migrant culture or something like that.
Didn't Revised have linguistics, or am I thinking of something else?
And,
One of them has linguistics.
unfortunately, there's not a unified World of Darkness character sheet, so probably half of them have linguistics somewhere.
So, if you happen to have the ghost Mussolini, you could have him start a cult and sound all Italian.
The irony.
That'd be fun.
I was gonna
But it
say,
would fail.
just for something completely ridiculous, tied back to Italy, have him have a fetter of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, to be like the one voice of conscience amongst Adam's ghost, and just have Adam never pay attention to him.
See, here's the thing.
Because
Mauricio was pretty good, but he was still basically middle management as far as the Giovanni go. So somebody who's really influential like that is probably being saved by like the Anziani for themselves. If not like an older necromancer, like one of the few Cappadocians running around, or a harbinger or something.
What about the Roman poet Catullus then?
Is that the dude who lived on?
He was the one that had a poem that started off with the line, "I will sodomize and face fuck you."
Just straight up
All right.
Niccolo Machiavelli.
Okay, but let's put that in context, right? This is Rome. That was probably just like a, hey, let's hang out.
Well, it was a poem directed at 2 people who insulted his poetry. It was the line. I think the poem starts with "Iramabo et pedicabo." The ring of fucking Tojo. Yeah, Catullus was a pretty famous Roman poet. A lot of his poetry was pretty baudry. I'm not sure how you pronounce that one. I've never had to say that word out loud. Body? Yeah, B-A-W.
I do believe it's body. But
Yup.
I'm generally not comfortable correcting you on terms of English, because I know goddamn well you know better than I do.
It's a big fucking dictionary, Chaz. I can't possibly know all of them.
I don't know, man. You whip out some esoteric shit on the reg. I don't doubt you've got upgraded solid state drive compared to me.
So, but like you said, this guy is middle management. Does anyone really care that he's not there?
Okay, we're talking in the entire Giovanni hierarchy. He's important in LA. He's still probably not the guy that runs the show. But if he's... You ever seen a store when an important assistant manager gets promoted and goes somewhere else and everything just kind of goes to hell? That's kind of the situation you've got going on right now. He was middle management, but he was a really useful middle management and basically ran the financial department for Los Angeles. So his vacuum will be missed.
So he'll have somebody who knows how to handle money.
Yeah, like if we just put Carl, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Although it might be Sand working Carl.
Oh, almost assuredly. Like, this is a Faustian
too.
bargain. And if Adam doesn't realize that, then I don't know why you're playing Vampire the Masquerade. You are getting Ventrued up the butt.
Yeah, but Carlo doesn't know any
with my
better.
agreement to help him.
Yeah.
Nothing in this world comes free, Adam. Hence why I need necromantic secrets.
Yeah. I already reached the deal.
Go ahead, Adam.
No, go ahead. Yeah. This thing that
I'll turn to Jabril and I'll ask him, do you have the ability to obfuscate?
Yes.
Are you advanced enough in the ability that you could obfuscate more than one person?
No, I can do it. But I can, best I can do is move and obfuscate at the same time. I've been putting a lot of my experience into quietus and aspects.
I was going to say...
I can read people's minds now. I forget that.
Ooh. You don't want to do that to me.
You can what?
I mean, not to you. Like, you're pretty straightforward with what you want to do.
Well, I almost have the experience to take the cross discipline that would allow me to basically give people seizures for trying to read my mind.
Damn.
Wait, epileptic seizures or like
an epileptic seizure? Basically, it's a Ventry discipline for when people try to read your aura or your mind. You just kind of sizzle their brain a little bit. For how dare they try to read what the hell I'm thinking?
leave my smut alone.
Those were my dirty thoughts for my personal perusal only. But the joke's also on them because the whole time I'm playing Pizak in my head, so people try to read my mind, they're just gonna see me playing Pizak.
And they're just like, are you winning? And you're like, I don't know.
3 a.m. playing fucking rock, paper, scissors with the mirror, and then you finally win.
Oh.
Say, if you could obfuscate me, I would be able to go with you into the mansion, and I could potentially try to deal with any ghostly issues as Carlo is distracting the rest of the clan with what happened to Parisi.
Unfortunately, I cannot do. I think that's what, 3 or 4?
5.
Your Cloak the Gathering is 5.
Oh God!
Do it. Spend all your XP right now.
I have always hated that. I'm not gonna lie, Tom. I let you do it because you sat there and hoarded 40 fucking XP like you're fucking Adam trying to teach the world Gaelic, and I was like, you know what? You haven't bought a dot. I guess I'll let you do that. But it is an abortion of the narrative to just be like, oh, I've mastered obfuscate now.
Well, I like to
Huh,
imagine
would
that
you
the whole time he knew it, he just forgot that he could do it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I rationalize it to myself.
It's like, damn, if only we could sneak all of us past this area without everybody seeing us. And then Orpheus
mean-
was like, I could do that.
Couldn't
Like,
all
yeah,
the ghosties see us anyway?
it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, the ghost might be able to see us anyways. I mean, if they look at us, I don't know if they care.
Fine.
But if they have their attention somewhere else, that's better.
Or Adam, Carlo, is there any way you could get me into the world of the dead?
I
Not
mean,
with the stuff. Not with the knowledge.
there is one way.
Yeah, there's
Not
one
the
way.
permanent way.
Yeah. What's up, Barrick's Ash? It's in Barrick's Ash hand right now.
Like, I can help you.
Yes, I am personally familiar with Byric's Mauser being pointed directly at my skull.
I pointed at you.
You pointed at me the time a ghost tried to possess me. And you're like, oh boy, he's going wild.
Oh boy.
Because we could attack this on 3 fronts. You could distract the Giovanni. I could try to distract the dead. And then Jabril could actually go in and steal anything important.
Yes.
But I can only communicate with one of the dead at a time right now.
So yeah. Yeah,
But
let's
if I could get to the world of the dead, I could perhaps inspire some kind of revolt.
I mean, the werewolves can definitely do that. They're not going to hold your hand through it. Cuz you have to go to
I may be homeboys with Joseph Runs with the North Star, but I don't think he's gonna let me into the super secret Silver Fang ritual of walking somebody into the land of the dead.
I mean, it's just stepping sideways. They just take you with them.
Oh, he would then I would end up in the Umbra. I wouldn't get to the Dark Umbra. You need the
Oh yeah.
ritual to get to the Dark Umbra.
Yeah, so you have to find your way there, which is a whole nother fucking chronic.
Gotta find your way back.
Carlo, I fully intend to get you to the head of the Giovanni mansion. It may take me a couple of years, perhaps even decades. I'm willing to even wait a century. But are you willing to make some promises to the dead that you will have to keep?
Sure. Yes.
I have a connection with at least one of the deceased. Perhaps if I could convince him that you, as you ascend through the Giovanni, are willing to perhaps form more of a partnership with the dead rather than a master-slave relationship as the Giovanni currently have. Perhaps some of the dead who are not yet enslaved with the Giovanni would be willing or able to convince the dead in the service of the Giovanni to perhaps look the other way in this one escapade.
Jville 904, how's it going? Kia Seed are a bit of a deep lore cut, I guess. If you've ever played V20, they are in the core rulebook. Otherwise, I believe the Kia Seed are in the Storyteller's Handbook.
Hey, I spent a lot of time in my library.
Polishing your guns.
Hey, now I have something else to do in there. You know, play with the abyss.
They are not. I lied straight to you. I have no idea what book the Kia Seed are in previous editions, but they exist.
Or do they?
Vsauce Michael here. V20,
What
V20,
do you say-
V20, V20. Oh.
What do you say to that proposition?
Then you and
Look,
Xavier
I'm
will get along
free.
fine.
What'd you say, Adam?
So let them have a little bit of freedom. I don't use them very much anyway. They're more bargaining chips.
Well, they're
I
perhaps
use them mostly.
moving them towards freedom.
Yeah. But it's fine now. I don't know if the other Giovanni will like it.
Reforms take time, unfortunately. Unless there's a violent revolution, but I'm sure we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, we have a barrack.
We have Byron.
You'll have to allow me to...
They're just loading guns.
And
So-
to see if you can perhaps even convince them at all. He is a relatively recently deceased.
I'll use the crying technique to make it more believable.
So that's what I need to do, Chaz. I need to talk to my ally Jack Parsons to convince him to help us sneak past some ghosts in the Giovanni mansion.
Okay, then you know how to get a hold of him. Perform the ritual.
I take his finger out of my jacket pocket.
You just take out a dismembered finger, and
Yeah, with the wedding
the
ring still-
drug gold digger just sort of looks woozily at you. What's that?
A necromantic fetter.
That's cool.
Good goddamn, what did you guys give that woman? As I say, I was like, I'll call Virginia. I'm
Something
like,
God would have liked.
take your friend to be entertained in perhaps another room for the moment, darling.
Terribly sorry, Master. Were refreshments not up to code?
No, they were just, we need to have a bit of a private conversation.
A little too much cocktail in her cocktail.
Understood. And she will sort of take her by the hand, who will follow Virginia out of the room in a trance-like state. The doors close, and you are alone once more.
Alone with 4 other people.
I don't think
Like
so.
we're not even here. Oh,
Sometimes a crowd can be the most alone that one can be.
So says Robin Williams.
Oh. Rest in peace.
Allegedly, he played Warhammer 40k.
Doesn't surprise me. He was a bit of a nerd. He named his daughter Zelda for specifically that reason.
Forget where I read it, but I remember somebody alleged that they were at a gaming store when Robin Williams came in to play one of his armies.
Vin Diesel plays too, apparently. He went into a Games Workshop store and asked them to shut down the store for an hour so he could get a game without being, bothered. And they wouldn't let him do it. So apparently he bought a unit of Blood Angels Assault Marines and left.
really hope Robin Williams played Necrox and had like a giant blue overlord
Catan.
or some form of chaos demon.
Called the genie.
He voiced every single one of his units individually.
In the story that goes like that, he said that Robin Williams was voicing his units.
Oh man, did you see that guy? He's gonna shoot me in the face. Oh my!
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, now we need to revive him. Quick! Go to modern day so we can get his wraith.
All right, Josh.
Yeah.
So which discipline are you using for this? Was it Ashpath?
No, I have the
Sepulcher.
Yeah, I have the default necromancy path that Carl taught me. That allows me
Yes.
to summon the soul of one I am familiar with, which is made significantly easier by having a fetter of his, which is his finger/wedding ring.
Okay. Manipulation Occult, difficulty 7.
That is one of my specialties. That would be 6 successes.
6 successes. Okay. So, take me there. Describe to me the ritual that you used to summon Jack Parsons.
It is very old-fashioned occult. I probably take out like the salt and form the circle. Take out the dagger, do all of that fun Aleister Crowley-looking stuff that old Jack was fond of back in his living days. Not necessarily because any of that helps, but I think it helps to summon his soul specifically.
So, what are the rest of you guys doing while he's working on this?
Wondering how life would have been like if I can do magic.
I'm doing my ritual.
As we're all like, hey guys, let's show off all the cool vampire magic we know.
Is there a piano around?
Oh, I probably have a whatever the Stradivarius of pianos are. I have one.
Don't do this to me now. I literally house sit for a lady who has a herd of them in her house.
Well, with your 6 successes, you see the form of Jack Parsons begin to coalesce in the middle of the ring of salt. Oh,
yeah,
hey there, Mark. Your friend's looking a great deal better than the last time I saw him.
Yeah, he's not in a blood frenzy this time. I think right now the only ones that can see him then would be me and Carlo.
Probably.
Yeah, so Carlo could see the blessed ghost of Jack Parsons.
Actually, who's got Auspex 3?
I do.
Do you have 4?
Yes.
You can probably see him then.
Okay.
Kyle, how's yours?
1.
See sand, or the salt, rather.
I got hella senses. I gave up.
Okay, so with your Auspex, you can see him basically out of the corner of your eye, is what my storyteller's handbook says to me. So, you're aware that there's a 6th person in the room, but, whenever you try to look for him, he's not quite there.
Oh, huh. Weird.
I mean, but you could definitely see Carlo and I looking at one specific place.
But then you said Xavier can see him, but can he hear him?
I mean, no. Unless I read your mind and interpret the thoughts.
As you just have like that moment where any time like a mind reader tries to read Daredevil's thoughts, it's just like, ugh. There's so much going on. All of it's nonsense.
The big brain plays.
Wait, Daredevil or Deadpool?
I think Daredevil has it where people get overwhelmed by the mass amount of information he's intaking, and then Deadpool has it he's just insane. So I like to imagine anybody that tries to read Carlos' thoughts is going to get hit by 1,000 walls of insecurities.
Wah!
Why
am I good enough?
That's all they hear. Just wah!
This is my
The
marketing.
Halloween.
Surround sound.
Just a surround sound of the 1 million insecurities Carlo constantly lives within his head.
So, what can I do for you tonight, Mark?
Well, the thing is, it involves your kind, and by your kind, I mean the deceased. I may need a bit of assistance once again, my friend, and just so you know, I have started on that little, I wink at him, that project of ours relating to a certain old friend.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Well, let's just say he's gonna have a hard time landing on American soil anytime soon.
I knew you were the guy for the job. Yeah, I'll see what I can do, Mark. Tell you the truth, I don't really like talking to other ghosts. Most of them are really depressing, but for you, I think I can pull some strings. What's the project?
Are you familiar with the location of the Giovanni Manor? I imagine amongst your kind, it's not a particularly nice place. I think you probably would have been warned against it. Yes, Yusuf, L. Ron Hubbard. Noted, yeah, L. Ron Hubbard pulled a full-on NTR on Jack Parsons. and partially, I think, ruined his life and his career. So yes, my agreement in the last time I asked Jack Parsons to help me was to help expose Mr. Hubbard's financial double dealings.
You know, I'll be honest with you, Mark. The only time I usually get out of the house these days is when I'm talking to you, but I think I've got an idea of where it's at. It's a particularly unpleasant place and an unpleasant place.
Well, the thing is, it's full of enslaved spirits. Spirits just like yourself. I'm not sure how well aware you are, but my kind and others like me and perhaps very different from me have the ability to essentially enslave your kind. I'm not trying to get any dark thoughts in your head about what we have going on here, but the thing is, we want to let's say
rest assured, Mark, we're on good terms. Any enemy of Hubbard's a friend of mine, so I appreciate the work you're putting in.
Well, let's just say me and my friend over here want to break some of those old contracts, and in exchange for breaking some of those old contracts, we're hoping you'd be able to convince some of those folks to look the other way if we break in and steal some stuff from the master's house.
I mean, anything's possible, Mark, but it's a bit of a tall order, no? You gotta understand that the necromancers dealing with these ghosts got them by the short hairs, now don't they? For instance, if our dealings were to sour one day and you were to take my finger and throw it in that there fireplace, I might be in a bit of a pickle. I have to imagine that some of them are probably about the same.
That's why we're not asking them to directly go against anybody. We're just hoping you can convince them for just once to look the other way. And in exchange, in a show of good faith, Mr. Martino and I are willing to immediately break one of those contracts as a show of good faith. Just to show you that it's possible.
I mean, I'm willing to go for the moon and back to you, Mark, but I feel like I'm gonna need something liquid to sweeten the deal. You know how the boardrooms work, Mark. I gotta show them I'm on the up and up. Also, how do you know what fetter goes to what ghost? Unless you're gonna call them up one by one, in which case you'd need the fetter and have to get that necromancer turned the other way. It's a whole deal, Mark. I'm willing to try, but I'm not feeling optimistic if this is all we got to work with.
I know what they want. They want soul stuff. Alright, tell them there's gonna be a whole lot of dead people.
Do vampires, I guess they do lose their soul.
We still
Did
have
they go
them.
to the...
They're just very bad.
Yeah.
So for necromancy, I think from my understanding of it, or Mark's understanding of it, would be, am I aware that for some ghosts they have to live inside of their fetters when they're essentially enslaved to a necromancer?
It's not so much that they live inside it. They go to their fetter to sleep. The problem is that you have the fetter. You have one of the few things on this earth that allows the ghost to be a ghost. You've got to think about it from their point of view. They don't know what happens after that existence either. So if that fetter gets destroyed and they lose one of the things that are literally tying them to that plane of existence, they could stop existing. That's sort of the crux of the deal.
Well, Jack, hence why I want to tell you, we're not asking them to directly go against the necromancers. We're just asking for just one little bit of time. Perhaps they'd be willing to to turn a blind eye to somebody who's not supposed to be in the mansion being in the mansion.
I cannot wait to see that the mansion doesn't have all these ghost guards, and we're just playing for nothing.
It does.
And then we just crash the fucking car into the place anyway.
With Byrick on top with the Lottie.
Oh man, it's just gonna be a fucking weird ass warthog.
And that's how we tie our vampire stream to the upcoming release of Halo Infinite.
Well, like I said, Mark, I'm willing to try for you. I'm just not feeling optimistic. We're going to have to convince an awful lot of people, and we can't exactly give them half up front.
What you can do is just give them your personal promise that you'll grant each of them a favor. There's only like, what, 30?
I don't know if I've been talking to the werewolves. I've only just started talking to the ghost. I don't know if I'm aware that they can seek something beyond death by fulfilling their mortal attachments.
I mean, if you've had conversations with Jack a number of times, and with your level of occult, because you have 10, you literally have to eat people to get better at it. I'm willing to say that you would have that knowledge.
Okay. You tell them, Jack, that Carlo Martino here is willing to help each one of those ghosts fulfill at least one of their mortal... How do you say it?
Their passions?
Yeah, one of their mortal passions.
You might need something stronger than a passion, because passion would just get them pathos back.
One of their mortal... There's a word for it. It's tied to the passion specifically.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
You gain strength.
Byrick will personally shoot their shadow.
Through strength, you
From the
gain
abyss.
victory. And through victory, your chains are broken. You are set free.
Well, we both know what you're talking about. They're not going to use, like, fucking mechanical terms anyway. So,
Yeah.
close enough.
We will help them fulfill one of their mortal attachments. And once again, as a sign of good faith, we are willing to help break one of those race out of their necromantic enslavement.
Like I said, Mark, I'm on board. I'll do my best. I can't promise any better than that.
Carlo, free one of your ghosts.
Throws it into the river.
Mark, I don't mean to tell you how to do things, but can I make a suggestion?
By all means, Jack. I'm still new to this whole ghost thing. I've mostly been dealing with werewolves.
Maybe maybe if you're looking for a sign of good faith, we should, release that ghost in front of them so, they see it with their own 2 eyes.
Good idea.
Now see, if I can get a couple of them rounded up together, and when we can put on that little bit of a show with nobody else noticing, now we might have something to work with there, Mark.
Carlo, if you're willing to give up one of your fetters, I believe you're going to have to do that on your own, with Mr. Jack over here helping you inside the mansion.
Take Mr. Kellogg, he's such a killjoy.
So pick your least favorite.
Mr. Kellogg probably has like a ridiculous passion, like stop all teenagers from masturbating. Just something that'll never let him leave this world because it's never gonna happen.
Or watch all teenagers from masturbating. So, yeah, we can do that sometimes. Why are you dying? Sorry, my phone's like, it's getting turbocharged and it's still draining. I don't know what it wants from me.
Oh, I thought you were just like asking an existential question.
Why am I
In
dying?
the universe.
Yeah, so
Alright.
I'll just have the reading the mark thing. Like, yeah, do you know how to do it? Yeah, or do I have to show you?
Carlo, I'm willing
Release.
to... I'm willing to state that you can talk to Jack as well with your levels of necromancy. Should the mood take you?
But I say, because I'm going to be talking to the Giovanni that are in the mansion, so I don't know if I'll be able to talk to the ghosts at the same time.
Wow.
Well, perhaps if Jack could gather some of the ghosts before you go in to speak to the rest of your clan. And then Jabril can make his break-in attempt right after that.
Yeah. However, I would like to do that in the dark. Make it a little easier on.
So Barry can make it dark?
I mean, he can make it dark.
Very dark.
Yeah.
However, I can't see through that dark.
Yeah.
I can make it very dark, and I can see through it.
Yeah.
Then Barry should do it, because then I don't know if ghosts can see it.
The goose can't see in the dark.
I mean, it does say that even supernatural sight cannot see through it.
So,
You're just getting one step closer to becoming Helsing, aren't you?
An Alucard.
I mean, he's got Mythosaria, he's got Obtenebration, he's got Abyss Mysticism. I don't know how many fucking steps are left.
I also repent his vicissitude, dominate, celerity.
You have celerity.
Huh?
You have celerity.
That's what I said.
Oh.
so those are the ones he has.
I was listing off what I do have.
Ah, gotcha.
No, gross, you have vicissitude?
Yeah,
Damn.
I have access to it, I should say. I don't have any dots in it.
Oh, okay.
I need you to teach me vicissitude so I can go back to that creating fake Murphy Fierro plans. LA will never be without its Murphy Fieros, as I just absolutely use presence and dominate and vicissitude to make living Murphy Fierro bombs.
Congrats. Congrats, Josh. You're explaining the plot of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Am I really?
Look at it.
I'm just gonna take a couple of people already pretending to be Murphy Fierro, implant them with his memories and personality of how I remember him, and then use vicissitude to make them look exactly like him.
Just face Murphy, no nuance.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's like that.
I mean, as long as he acts the way people think he should act.
No,
Yeah,
but here's
doesn't
the
he-
real ball buster, right? We bring Bob on to do a cameo. He plays every fake Murphy, but never the actual one.
Oh. Plot twist. There was actually never a real Murphy to begin with.
Just Mark Zantz 100 years from now has Temporis and went back in time to set all this up playing the long game.
In
wow.
order to stop Gehenna from happening.
It's Murphy has actually just been fucking Guy Fawkes all along.
No, it's Burbank Couture's greatest piece of art.
Son of a bitch, Bob, we miss you.
And if you see this, I want you to know I know where you live.
I mean, hey, like I said, if you want, go talk to him. I tried texting him. He never messaged me back. So I don't know if I offended him or what, but
He's probably just being a dad.
Doing dad things. Working on his dad bod. But yes, I think we have the startings of a plan here. I don't know.
I love the meme Daestra.
Oh no.
Pirate have any input on this wacky scenario we're starting to build here?
Literally none. I don't even know the whole story. All I know is you guys are plotting something. And it involves a revolution.
Ooh, what is this?
I know. I look at it, it's like,
now if you're wondering what they're referring to, you should join us on Discord because we have a fantastic community and Awesome people like Daestra like to post stuff. Jesus Christ.
What? Every single time I just looked at it twice. It's the React channel now. Just kidding, that's.
But yeah,
That's
Mr. Zance.
I recognize what hentai dojin that's from because we've talked about it on the podcast.
Daestra, we don't deserve you, buddy.
But yeah, Mr. Zance, if you could pull some strings and get a scheduled blackout, that would be much appreciated.
I can try to make something happen. Perhaps we should sojourn this plan to tomorrow night then?
Yes.
Holy Christ. Hot Trash Gaming. Thank you. I'm not sure if you want us to say it live on air, but you are awesome. Sorry, continue.
Oh, I'm saying we can sojourn the plan until tomorrow night where I'm going to try to schedule an electrical blackout within the vicinity of the Giovanni mansion.
Won't be very hard.
And then we go do the sneaky shooty. I mean, it's not
I don't even have
hard.
to. I was gonna say I don't think I have to go to like city council and be like, these poor people need their power shut off. We could probably just find a transformer and destroy it.
Or just like talk to somebody who works for the power plant and be like, hey, do you know what this? Like, oh yeah, sure.
Or just pull a Ride to Hell Retribution and, steal an oil truck and blow it up.
That too.
That's
Charlie, that is an absolutely outrageous plan.
We would never do something like that.
We get a uranium truck.
We're professionals.
I was gonna say if I had access to them, I could probably make it look like the area within there hasn't been paying their electrical bills. Or perhaps I could have Virginia do that during the day. Or once again, I think the simpler plan would be simply to go destroy a transformer. If perhaps Mr. Ash or Mr. Klaus would like to assist me in this matter.
Sure.
The robot.
I'm sure we have some grenades in the armory.
Probably somewhere.
As Byrick pulls one out with the pin out, I thought these were Easter eggs.
Is that what these were for?
They're World War I like stick-looking grenades.
Oh, yes.
You could always throw them further, but they are way more expensive to make.
Communist saboteurs.
We blamed the Nazis last time, Valer knows. It wouldn't be that much of a stretch to blame the communists now that it's the 50s.
It's true. Look at the communists trying to take away our power.
And then if we wait all the way until 2020, we can start blaming fascists again.
Or we could always blame it on some government agency because they thought he was a communist. Making buy for power. I don't know. Just spitball.
Is that a good place to call it for now?
Yeah, sounds good, because I apologize, guys. We do have to start winding down, because people have to wake up early, and I have to sleep at some point. So, what is our plan going to actually be for next session? Let's put this in motion so we can sit down and be like, go.
I believe the plan is Team Saboteur is going to go destroy a transformer to cause an electrical blackout within the area, the vicinity of the Giovanni mansion. Well, Adam is going to try to inspire a ghost revolution by freeing a fetter with the help of Jack Parsons. Well, Jabril's going to try to break into the Giovanni mansion after the blackout when the revolution begins.
Okay. Yusuf, you are absolutely right. I'm sorry about that. The router got reset, and when it came back up, nothing fucking worked. My microphone didn't work. My camera wasn't fucking working. You saw what happened in Discord, so that is a great name. But yeah, sorry about that. We lost half an hour on you guys, and I apologize. With that said, I am willing to give, I'm going to say 3 XP for tonight. And I feel like I'm being a little bit generous, but I'm going to give you guys the 1 for showing up. I'm going to give you guys the 1 for technically advancing the story, because we have a plan now. And number 3, I'm just kind of pleased the way this worked out, because I prefer the sessions where I can just sit back and be the narrator in the background while you guys take center stage. And that super happened right now, and I promote that.
Well, I didn't make any rolls, so I can't upgrade anything, so I guess I'll just sit on my XP.
What do you want to upgrade, Tom?
I'm just fucking with you.
I know.
Do you want up just keep Byrick?
Okay, the votes are already coming in, so I gotta start marking.
That sounds like a euphemism.
He hit Mark's knockers hard.
1 vote for Kyle, because he wanted to play a piano and talk and such. Executioner votes for Byrick. He hit Mark's knockers hard.
I'll give mine to Adam for getting too big for his britches, and now the whole coterie has to figure this plan out.
Adam for advancing the story.
I second Daestra.
Okay, Valerno's vote is for Mark, because nothing got done without him.
Murphy-Arrow.
Votes for Murphy for somehow having enough influence to still penetrate these games, because he's a fucking legend. Well, that's happening. You know what? I haven't given out any comment XP in a while, and I apologize.
Ah.
So
Go on.
Let me just take care of that real fast. Do I have my Chromebook with me? I do not. It's on the other side of the fucking room. So...
Well, we leave it to Barrett guys for joining the party.
I think the last time I gave out comment XP was for what? Episode 5? Does anybody remember?
5 by now.
Okay. So for episode 6, as soon as I can find the fucking comments. Vortigern Silverwood, a vote for Mr. Ash for being menacing as always in episode 6. James That Works votes for Adam because he never had a near moment with charging towards Jabril. Suicidal, but admirable. Vasil wants to give a vote to Carlo Martino for coming back. If you accept a vote after voting on the stream, Vasil, for you, Bulgaria #1. Deathstroke, vote for Adam for falling into torpor. And Christina Buchanan votes for X for attacking the Elders and the Rake. So Adam, you get a bonus XP for episode 6. And if I already gave out XP for episode 6, I don't care because I like to have fun.
Because it's Adam, and he's probably just gonna buy more necromancy anyway.
Not in V20 Daestra. Willpower is you gain 1 whenever you do something tied to your nature, and then you recharge at the end of the story. That's my understanding, anyway. Alright, episode 7. Vortigern Silverwood, +1 vote for Carlo Martino for giving some of the best head to his family member, and also because he needs more XP for his new additions, and he's very curious where his story goes from here. James That Works votes for Carlo Martino, master of driving the plot. Vasil... Awesome session. Also, you know where his vote is going, Adam, for trying to unfuck his life.
Oh, that got too real.
Jacob
not Carlo,
Mormon. I don't know if
Adam.
it's too late, but I vote for Carlo for story and not pissing off his laptop camera. And Christina Buchanan votes for Adam for Diablerie. Adam, with a landslide victory, take another XP for episode 7.
Woo.
If you don't know what I'm doing, by the way, I will remind everyone that when this goes live, we allow our YouTube audience to comment as well. So if you can vote for whoever you want and reward them for whatever reason you feel like. All right, for episode 8, I don't want to download State of Survival Zombie Attack, Google.
Are you sure you don't also want Raid Shadow Legends?
Oh, wait, did someone mention Raid Shadow Legends? The newest app that blows dark fantasy out of the water?
I mean, do they sponsor it?
Hey, if they give me $10,000, then I'll say whatever the fuck they want me to.
It's like
All
they sponsor everybody. If they don't sponsor us, are they worth mentioning?
Vortigern Silverwood, I love it. I'm definitely voting for Carlo Mart Giovanni for going all the way in. God damn it, I don't want to download Marvel Strike Force Squad RPG.
But what about Raid Shadow?
ST, you're in a dark alley with a man. What do? Adam licks lips. To be frank, that would be a great disguise. Bunch of streamer vampires playing VTM TTRPG. The Great Thrawn did not vote, but he says as a person from Cincinnati, he appreciates the Skyline love. And Hunter the Cat votes for Xavier for being really patient as he barely did anything that stream. That is fair. Unfortunately, nobody wins the vote for that, but we do have to give Adam props for fucking sweeping this shit.
Raid is a turn.
Daestra, if that's something you really want, I can make it happen. I don't really want to, though.
The turn-based RPG done right? In case you've been living under a rock and haven't heard, Raid is a badass mobile game. Everything.
Tom, you lost the vote for the Raid showing. Yorkie, I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, we're having to call it early tonight, unfortunately. But hey, you can still vote for, whoever's face you like the best, I guess. Anon C9 says this thumbnail is gold. I don't remember who it was that I got the thumbnail from. Was it Anarade? Was it Mazzy who posted that on Discord? Was it Daestra? I don't remember. But another vote for Josh for being a nerd. Bevel77 is voting for Tom for the entire Abyss RP. That was pretty dope. Christina Buchanan votes for Tom for Byrick laughing at the Abyss. And Vortigern Silverwood vote goes to Mr. Ash for going down the path of no return. So, Byrick, you get a bonus XP for episode 9, and that brings us up to date until we get the votes on this one.
Woo, woo. The game is crazy popular with almost 15 million downloads in the past. I swear, I'm gonna fucking memorize this script. Just for the meme.
Well, I think that's the old script. Now the new ones are all like with that Australian chick. Oh, Raid Shadow Legends and Divine Blade sorting everyone out. Pretend that was Australia. We don't have any Australian fans, do we? No, nobody's gonna complain. And if you are an Australian fan, let us know.
Well, they're saying everything upside down, so it doesn't matter.
They got them weird toilets down under their
grandfather knew in Australia.
Huh? What'd you say?
Who?
Oh, I thought you said something.
Oh yeah, no, I said my great grandfather knew in Australia.
Oh, so you're saying they exist? I don't speak upside down. Okay. Well, now that we've made certain that we'll never have any Australian fans, Bulgaria #1, and it looks like Josh, you're taking the vote running tonight.
Yes.
I agree.
I think so far the only two countries we've ever insulted are currently Australia and Wales.
Really?
No, we did a number on the Irish too. But I
feel
said
like we should have insulted China by now.
Yeah, but the Irish can take a.
I also set an entire historical fiction novel in Ireland, so I feel like my love for Ireland and its folklore has been put on display. Maybe not. Yeah, that's us. If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. I get it. I didn't want to sign up for other shit at first too, but we've got a fantastic community that, and quite frankly, I don't understand why. These people are just decide to be amazing to us, and they'll be amazing to you too.
Yusuf, if JList wanted to sponsor the podcast or this channel in general, I will put wall scrolls or big kitty anime figures behind me if I have to.
Or Gaki Makuro?
Just sell out. God damn it, Xavier. No. Just sell out and make that YouTube money. To be sponsored by Bad Dragon.
Adam, I don't know what happened to you. Did we lose Tom? Okay, well,
Maybe.
I think we're about to call it anyway. So do you fine folks have any parting words for our dearly beloved community?
Yorkie said that as an Englishman, he enjoys insulting the Welsh, so we have his support.
I don't know. Super excited to see what happens next time with
Yeah.
and
remember, everybody.
Adams in the chat.
Sleepy Adams.
Sleepy Adams.
As we start out.
Sleepy. Yeah.
Time.
You can't log out without Sleepy Adams. Silly that.
Start.
The Otaku box sponsor. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, he posted it. I'd have to look into that. I guess you can contact them and see about getting sponsored.
Oh, before we go, so real quick, Josh, what I would like you to do if you get the time, which God knows that's at a premium, so I don't blame you if you don't. Since you and I are the only two people that actually enjoy Wraith, could you whip up a Wraith sheet for Jack Parsons?
I can do that.
Okay.
Do I use W20?
If you want. Honestly, if you want to just put him on a vampire sheet, you can do that too. I don't really give a fuck.
I'll have to reread his biography.
So what's happening next week? It's the first week of the month. Did you want to do a Paper Mario, Josh, or do we want to do live reads, or how do we want to swing this?
No, I can. Well, I'll run Paper Mario next week.
Sweet. Okay. You two bastards still need characters.
Hopefully Xavier will show up this time and play his cool Yoshi.
My
You
cool
can?
ass Yoshi. Yeah.
I'll try to play up the call-in or... Because they have me scheduled. I'm like, damn it, I just got the 1 week off for the vampire, but I'll try to switch with somebody for call-in. Do the vamp.
Do it, and
Can't come to work
Paper
today. I have
Mario,
to
yeah.
meme on the internet.
Yeah. Have to be a nerd.
Again, man, thank Daestra for it. He was the one that did this for us, so all credit goes to him.
I get the wings of sleep.
Just so you don't think less of me, Yusuf, I won't actually sell out to J-List, but if they want to send me big titty anime figurines, I won't complain.
All right.
All right, with that, you fine folks, thank you for being with us tonight. I do think that is going to be the end of us for another week. We will see you next week for Paper Mario. Hopefully, we love you.
Bye.
Bye.